Hi guys, it's Tammy, and today is Wednesday, January 23rd. And this is podcast number 16. So welcome to my knitting podcast number 16. I have wonderful coffee here. I have salted caramel coffee. Actually, it's regular coffee with salted caramel Torini syrup and some creme brulee cream. So it is fabulous. I love the Torini syrups, and I have a whole coffee bar, and I've done a video on it so you guys can see that. I'm sorry the glare on my glasses is so bad, but it is winter in Indiana, which is where I am. I live in a small town, well, it's not so small, but I live in a smaller town compared to Indianapolis, which is just north of Indianapolis, and I have a house with my husband, and we have 2 kids, both of which are in college, and I have had a little more free time on my hands. And about a year ago, a little over, I took up knitting, and I have loved it. And I just started vlogging my knitting vlogs, I don't know, maybe 4 months ago or 3 months ago, I don't know which, but I'm going to try to do this every 10 to 14 days-ish. And I'm not putting any strict limits on myself. I have lots of things on my channel. I started out as a planner, doing planning videos. I'm still a planner, still do planning videos. I've added lots of knitting videos. I do lots of hauls when I purchase things. You guys might see something on here that you might be interested in. Look it up in my haul videos. I usually have a video on just about everything that I purchased, like if it's a project bag from Etsy or whatever. So I do lots of yarn hauls. I have a dog who is chewing on a bone right now, if you can hear that. His name is Taz, and I have 2 cats who are brothers, and their names are Fuzzy and Jambo. So you might hear me talking about them or see them. That's what this is. It's a cat thing where they can jump on it and have some fun and scratch the post and all that. And it is after work. I work full-time in IT for a hospital system here in Indianapolis. So knitting is really my calming and sanity, and I just really enjoy it. And I thought that I would do podcasts because people had wanted to see some of my finished projects. And after watching so many podcasts, and at first I thought, I am not going to want to watch people knitting. What in the world? Now that's like the only podcasts that I seem to watch are knitting videos. It's crazy, but my husband doesn't particularly like it. He will sit through 1 or maybe 2. Some of them are rather long, and this one may be 2, although I don't have a ton of things to share today, so it's probably going to be a shorter one. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, it is. And my husband right now is upstairs watching TV in the bedroom because he enjoys that. And we have a big 1986 model TV up there that he enjoys watching. So, you know, if he likes that, then that's great. And I like my little corner of the couch here that I sit on and knit most evenings. And that's going to be what I do when I get finished with this. So I like to tell you guys about my finished objects, my works in progress, which are also called whips, and finished objects people refer to as faux. And then I'm also going to share with you a little bit maybe of dream knitting, some things that I've been up to. And I showed you guys the last time this planner that I got, and I wanted to share a little bit about that too. So I will probably save that for later. And first I will get into finished objects. And I should have my iPad out here because I like to look it up and tell you guys what patterns I'm using and whatnot. So let me go on Ravelry. Sorry, I didn't have this prepared. I usually try to do that, but I didn't. But there is a really cute and easy little booty pattern. My notebook projects that I found, and it is free, and it is so cute. And it is called, as soon as I pull it up, Baby Hug Boots by Mariana Mel. And if you look at my projects on Ravelry, you will be able to see it all. And my Ravelry information is below, but it's just TT.Scraps. And these are the little booties that it makes. Aren't these cute? They're made to look like Uggs, so they call them Hugs. So it's Baby Hug Boots. If you look that up on Ravelry, you will see it. And you can make it, you know, a taller boot. But it's meant to have a little cuff, which I think is just adorable. So I have a pair of those. And for these, I just used some of the Lion Brand Jamie stripes. It only takes about 30 to 50 yards. It doesn't take very much at all to do both of them. And this is the newborn size, but they are just so stinking cute. And it's just blue and white stripes. And I just thought that they were adorable. And they're so fun to knit. And I could literally knit this in a day. It was amazing. So I had so much fun doing that one that I decided I'd also do a cute little pair of pink ones. And I have a friend whose niece is having a baby, and so I thought that it would be really cute to give her these. I don't know her niece at all, but babies are always fun to celebrate, right? And this is also in the Jamie, only it's pink stripe instead of blue stripe. I just happened to have both of them in my stash, and I thought that I would make them, and they're both newborn size. Just really cute. So that's my first finished object, and I love it. It was a super easy knit, super fun to knit. You knit them flat, and then you, so you knitted it flat, and then you put it together and you seam the bottom and then the heel up to this, and it's super easy. It was not difficult at all. I don't know, I've not made a pair of socks. I'm not good with the heels and cuffs and all of that. So this, you did not have to know how to do that. This is literally, this little edge is just a purl stitch. So it's pretty much stockinette, but there's one purl row on the knit side that creates the little border so that it kind of folds and makes a cute little booty. And then the cuff is done in rib stitch. But again, it's all one flat, knitted flat, and you just seam it up, and it's super easy and super fun and super cute. And it's super, super. Had to say that. Let's see. So that one is, I did both of those since the last time I talked to you, and I also did this hat, if I can get to it. This is a messy bun hat. It has a hole on the top so that my friend can pull her hair through the top. Let me find it. The pattern I used is called Messy Bun Hat by Isella Phelps, and I believe it was a free pattern too, and it's pretty easy to do. You did knit this in the round, but I used Debbie Bliss Donegal Luxury Tweed in Aran weight, and it took about a skein. One skein is 93 yards. I probably had a couple, or I don't know, I probably had 10 yards left, but there probably wasn't enough to do much with. If it was a complete hat, if you want to do one full hat, you could certainly do that with one skein. But I also used, I showed these tags the last time, and I put one of those on this. I think it's just adorable. It has my logo on it, and I had that custom made by someone on Etsy. So that is my logo, which is so cool, and then my name, TT.Scraps. And it, like I said, is just a messy bun hat. So she can wear it, and she can either slouch it down to pull it out from back here, or she can wear it where it's on the top of her head. However she wears her little bun or her ponytail or whatever she wants, it will work, I think. And I just think it's really cute. I mean, heck, you could probably even get by with wearing it like this. You just have a hole in the top of your head. But yeah, I like it a lot. I think it turned out really cute. She wanted a gray hat, and I happened to had just gotten this, and I liked it a lot. So I'm excited for her. I'm excited to give this to her. It's going to be a birthday present. Her birthday is in March. but she already knows about it. That's one thing I kind of decided with knit projects. I'm going to ask people if they would like a knitted project, because I would hate to knit something and then not be able, or give it to somebody and then not see them ever wear it, or, you know, them not like it. So, I mean, there's going to be the occasional that I give just because I want to give it, but if it's something that, you know, I don't know, I'm going to kind of play that by ear, I guess, but I'm excited to be able to tell people about it too. I also finished this hat, and it is one, it's kind of based on, did I even put it in here? It's based on a pattern by Jody Brown, which is, and I didn't even put any of my information in here, but it's the Sisters Hat collection, and I started out doing it like she has it in her pattern, but then I kind of messed up, and so I just went with my mess up, and I just did little small stripes all the way up, and I think it turned out really cute. It has ribbing at the bottom, and it's just a nice beanie that you can pull down over your ears if you want to. Like this, and it has, I do think I'm going to add a pom. I just haven't decided what color I want to add that in, and then also I'm going to put my little tag on there. But this is going to be for a friend. I think I'm using this as a Christmas present for next year, so or I guess 2019, so I am getting ready early, but I think it turned out really cute. And I don't remember the name of the colorway, but it's kind of a yellowish greenish, and I couldn't decide if I liked it or not, but I really do like it with this navy and with this pop of coral that I had in my stash. So the navy and the coral were in my stash, and this one I had gotten, it's by Debbie Bliss, I know that, and I had gotten it not particularly for this hat, but I did a haul video on some Debbie Bliss that I had gotten. No, it's not Debbie Bliss, it's Sugar Bush. So there, I did do a video on Sugar Bush haul that I had found, I think on, iloveknitting.com, and that's where I got this, and I do love it. So this is 100% wool, and it is very nice. It's super soft, super smushy. I haven't put the pom on top, like I said, and I think I'm going to do it with all three of the colors. I think I'm just going to make a fun little pom to go on the top, and then of course I need to put my tag on there still. And then the last project I think that I finished is the Carlisle cardigan, and I do not have that with me because I have already gifted it to my daughter, and it is stinking cute. I will include a picture at the end, but it is just a beautiful pattern. Let me pull it up here so you guys can see maybe. This is what it looks like. So it's just a cute little pattern, a cute little cardigan. The pattern is by Tara Lynn Morrison, and it's called the Carlisle cardigan. I used Lion Brand Woolies Thick and Quick, and I used the color Glacier, and I didn't include how many skeins it took because I had frogged a different project to have yarn. So I'm going to guesstimate that it took about 5 skeins, and I did the small size, and I used a US size 13, a 9mm needle, and I did it on the interchangeable needles, but it's knit flat, and it was pretty easy to make. It was just knits and purls, and you did the sweater top down so you could try it on. Of course, my daughter is in college, so I couldn't try it on when I was with her. So I just was praying that the measurements that I took worked okay, and they did. And I have her picture, and I, like I said, we'll post it at the end. It's super cute. She really liked it. I really like it on her. She's just super cute. So I started that on January 1st, and I finished it on January 12th. So it was a pretty easy and quick knit. Excuse me. And once I got almost done, I really wanted to finish it. So that was really cool. And then that's kind of where I'm at with a project that I'm working on right now. And I went ahead and closed Ravelry like a dingbat. So I didn't show my whips. But honestly, I have only been working on one project, and that is the Stoneham project, Stoneham, Stoneham Poncho by Diana Walla, and you can find it on Ravelry under Espace Tricot. They do a podcast, and they are wonderful gals in, I think, Quebec, Canada, and they are super sweet and super neat, and they are so classy, and they have the neatest little patterns, and they show lots of fun things. You might have heard of the turtle dove. That's one that they're doing, or that they are very much known for right now, and it is just super cute. And I keep saying that. I need to stop that. Ooh, I'm aggravating myself. But let me show you. So it's knit top down. So this is the top. This is going to be like at my neck. And then it goes down. And then the rest of it is just done in this dark charcoal all the way to the bottom. And it's not a sweater. It does fit over your shoulders, and then it splits. So I'm really hoping that this fits me. I did kind of a custom size, and right now I'm just doing the knit stitch, doing stockinette stitching all the way to the end. I'm going to stop in about probably, I don't know, 2 more inches or so, maybe 3 more inches, and then I put a little notch in the sides. I don't know what those are called, but the little, I'll stop it and then go around back and forth, because it will have a little split in the side. That's what I'm looking for. So I just think it's adorable. And I bought the kit from Espace Tricot, and you can go to Espace Tricot I would Google it. I'll try to remember to link it, but I'd Google it just because it's in Canada, so I don't know what, it might be espacetricot.ca.com. I'm not positive, but it's spelled ESPACE and then TRICOT. And I am using Kelbor Woolen's Scout, and I have 3 skeins of the charcoal heather, and then I used 1 skein of the gray heather and 1 skein of the coral heather. And this coral heather is the same that I used on this hat. And I still have plenty left. So, I mean, it doesn't take much of a skein of this, even with a hat. And then I still have enough to do, I don't know, lots of other things, especially if I'm just using it a little bit. So I'm really liking this. I love the colors. If I was really careful on knitting it, if I made a mistake and I knew that I made a mistake, I would go back. And I've had to do that several times. But so as far as I know, there aren't any mistakes in this. This is my first like real super nice project that I have made. And of course I haven't blocked it, so it will block out a little nicer. And it's just gorgeous. I love the colors together. There's nothing about this that I don't really love. So I am excited to wear this, and I am just hoping and praying that it fits me all right. And if I don't like it not going all the way down, what my plan is to order more of this charcoal heather and make it into like a swancho. So I'll go all the way down, and I was thinking I might put some of this pattern on the bottom, and I probably won't make sleeves. I'll probably just leave it and then maybe stitch up the sides a little bit. But I'm hoping that I can wear it the way that it was intended, just because I really liked it and I thought it was really pretty, and I wanted to make it for myself. So that is my almost done, well, I don't want to say that, but to me it's almost done. I have been working hard on this. So this is from, again, Espace Tricot, and it's the Stoneham poncho. I think that's what she calls it. Let me just make sure. Yes. Again, that is by Diana Walla. And I love it. So that is what I have been working on almost exclusively. And this is the extra, is this the gray heather? Yes, this is the extra gray heather that I have. And this is the extra, oh no, that's the other skein of the coral. I don't know what I did with the coral. This is the other skein of the charcoal. So I don't have that handy. I'm still working on my sweater that is called the February sweater, February lady sweater, and it will look like this. And I know I talked about it before when I casted it on. I haven't gotten, I don't think I've done anything since you guys have last seen it, but this is it so far. I love this color. It's English Rose by Malabrigo Rios. And then I'm also working on a Turtle Dove, which is by Spastrico, and that I know I haven't worked on anymore, and that's actually in the other room. And I did cast on another project. That is right. I'd forgotten. I casted on a project called Peggy Sue. Let me pull it up. And this is, I believe, a free pattern as well. And it's called the Peggy Sue Sweater. And I am using Drops Brushed Alpaca Silk in Off-White and Drops Nord in Off-White. So I'm using these two together. This is the one that I'm using, actually. I just have an extra in here. So I'm using these two together. I'm holding a strand of each. And I haven't worked on it for a few days. And this is what it looks like. And it is a top-down sweater. And it is just beautiful. And this is for my daughter, so this is the right side. And this is the neckline. It has a cute little pattern here that is cabled just a little bit, and then you can see that they have you put markers in for the sleeves and the back and then the front, and this is going to be a cute little fitted cardigan. It is absolutely adorable. I'm making the size small for my daughter, and I can't wait to see what it looks like when it's done, but I am loving the fuzz and the halo on this. I think you can see that. It is just beautiful together. And she wanted a white sweater, which is not something I would ever wear. And I ordered these Chowgoos, or this Chowgoo cord on Amazon, and I'm not sure it's a true Chowgoo because I have ordered others and I have a whole set of Chowgoos, and this one doesn't seem to want to bend the right way. So be cautious if you're ordering stuff from Amazon. Sometimes I don't know. I think that most of the stuff that I'd gotten was genuine, but I am thinking that this one is not, because this cord stays goofy when the other ones don't, and it just doesn't feel the same. So be careful. But let me pull this up so that you can see what this looks like. This is by Linda Wilgus, W-I-L-G-U-S, and if you just type in Peggy Sue, well, goodness. Trying to pull up the sweater. There it is. So that is what it will look like. And it's short sleeved, and it has cables down the front, at the bottom half, and little buttons, and it's just a fitted sweater, super cute. And Katie saw it and said that she'd like it. Actually, I asked her if she liked it, and that's what this will be. So I have until, her birthday is November 29th, so I'm telling myself I have until then to do it. And then I also, if I don't get it done by then, I have until Christmas, or if I get it done sooner, then yay me. And I have it in this cute project bag that I did do a video on, so check that out if you're interested. It is a wonderful bag, and it was inexpensive, and shipping was fabulous, and it's just super soft. She's, quilted it. Well, maybe not quilted, I don't know what that's called, but it's squishy. It's wonderful. I love this bag. And I love Snoopy, so yay. So honestly, that's all that I'm working on. And one thing I forgot to tell you guys was my mug. Oh my goodness, I got this at the Dollar General, and it looks like a knit stitch. And they had white, blue, and this green, and I ended up getting the blue and this green, and the blue is a soft, light pastel blue, and then the white. And I didn't get the white one just because I didn't want to get 3 of them. I don't know why. They did have pink and other size mugs and other things that were in the same collection. I wish that they had had a pink one in this size. I actually ended up going to 2 Dollar Generals, and I never go to Dollar General, but where my daughter goes to school, there's one by a restaurant that we like to go to, and then there's also a new one by her school, so, or by the campus. So I had first gone to the one on her campus, and I didn't get it because my word of the year this year is resist. So I, even though it was only $2, I thought, nope, I don't need another mug. I need a mug like I need a hole in my head. So I didn't get it. And then we did our thing, and we went back to her room, spent the night, and then I woke up and I was thinking about it, and I'm like, if I'm still thinking about it and it's only $2, go get the thing. Well, she ended up wanting to go get sushi that day, which happens to be right next to a different Dollar General. And I knew the first one didn't have the pink one. And so I said, hey, how about we go to this Dollar General, see if they have a pink one. They ended up not having a pink one either, but they did have the blue, the green, and the white. So I just picked up the blue and the green. I didn't get the white, and I'm kind of kicking myself a little bit, but not really, because I really don't need 3 of them. I really didn't even need 2 of them, but she really liked the blue one. I kind of liked the green one. And I have a bluish one from David's Tea that I had gotten at Christmas time that I really like, and that's the one I've used before on these podcasts. But when I saw this, I thought it was just beautiful, and it's really cool that it's a knit stitch. So that's what I did. And that coffee is really good. So let me tell you a little bit about this planner. So this is the Strict Planner 2019 Your Knitting Planner, and I am loving it. So I went ahead and wrote my information in the front. I think the last time I had this, I hadn't used it at all. So I'm trying to keep track. I was trying to figure out the best way to keep track of projects that I'm working on and how long it takes to do them. And I thought that this might be a neat visual. I'm really not sure if I'm loving it because it's really hard to write everything in here, but I thought that I would try that. And I'm still working on it, but I don't know. It's not my favorite. But that's what I'm doing in that section. And then in this is my goals. So I've written my goal to resist, and then here I wrote yearly goal organize, and then here I have all of the people in my life that are knit worthy, and I will add to it as I need to. And then these are goals as projects that I'd like to do. So I would like to do 50 plus projects, 12 of those be hats, 12 mitts, 24 washcloths, 1 blanket, 2 sweaters, 3 shawls, and then whatever else I end up making. So that's a lofty goal. I have not made it a blanket. I haven't started, haven't done any washcloths. I have done, and then I'm keeping track of my finished objects here so I can mark how many I've done. So, and I'll know then each month how many I've done. So far this month I've done 4 hats, 2 slippers, a sweater, 2 booties, and a cowl. So, and those are completely finished objects that I can count on that. Actually, that's not exactly true because I've considered this a finished object, even though I'm not completely finished with the pom-pom, but I'm finished with the knitting. And then I wrote my Instagram 9 that I showed there, and then I'm putting when I've casted off on each one of those. So I have casted off 4 of my 9 projects for the year, so that's good. And then this is my quarter 1. And I am, again, just writing down in January everything that I've done. And then here I'm keeping track of what I've done, slippers, booties, and then I'm just putting what I've done here. Like this says week 1, week 2, so I can even keep track of it by week. So this is each week, and I'm just putting a tick mark each time I've completed one. So you can see that the first week I did 2 projects. I finished 2 projects. Week 2 I finished 4. Week 3 I finished 4. This currently is week 4, and I haven't finished a darn thing yet. Ooh, and I just ripped my page. Oh. And then I'm also keeping track of how long it's taking me to do things on here. But the problem is that there's just not enough project spaces, so I'm just kind of writing some things in and then just highlighting it to see how long it's taken. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll end up liking that or not. And then for each of the days, I'm writing down what it is that I'm working on. And this is my Instagram 9. I don't know why I wrote it on that page. I'm not going to do that each time. But if there's something, you know, that's neat, I'll write it on here. Like I wrote that Tracy was here somewhere. Oh, Tracy here. And then I wrote that Katie went back to Taylor, you know, things like that I'll write on here. And then, but I won't always, but I do plan, so that's what I'm doing with that. And then when I have a finished object, I'm putting one of my stickers down and letting myself know that I'm finished it. If I do some blocking, I can put that down, so I have a little sticker for blocking. If I finished a hat, I put a hat down so you can see that one is a cowl that I finished. That one was the cardigan that I finished. Blocking, I did a pair of slippers. So that's kind of how I'm keeping track of all of those. And I'm just putting it down on the day that I did it. And then I'm putting down each day like things that I've worked on. And then I'm putting on the side things that I might like to work on, or, you know, like this one was baby booties and I had to keep track of rows. So I was putting my tick marks here just so I'll have them together. And these are cast-ons that I was hoping to get done, or did get done, like just cast it on. Doesn't mean I finished them. So this is week 4, and today is Wednesday, and I just have on there work on Stoneham. I worked on the Stoneham yesterday, purchased some patterns on Ravelry, purchased some kits from Espastrico, and Stoneham, I completed the color work of the Stoneham there. So that's kind of just how I'm keeping track of things and just writing them in here. And then, so there's a page for each week, and then it divides it into quarters. So the quarterly one is in each week as well, or in each quarter as well. And then it has a section for projects and ideas. So I haven't really used this yet. It even has a yearly reflection, so I can fill that out. What was difficult, why, what did I miss, and then lessons learned, and then there's a section for goals. And knitting project overview. It gives you 22 projects, and here's a timeline for knitting too, so I didn't even realize that, but maybe I can put it there too. And then this is knitting ideas, things that you have that you've thought, oh gosh, I'd like to make that. There are 20 spots for that. And then the projects, there are several of those, 22 spots for those, and I haven't really done anything with those. And there's a notes section, a place that you can add your yarn purchases. I've gone through this already, so I'm not really using it for that, but knitting books section. So if you're interested, I do have a video posted of that. Then it has a place where you can write people's sizes and measurements. And then it has a list of projects that you've done and any notes you might have. So I had, and this is like the index, so you can just keep track. I have a little bookmark there, but you can keep track of what it is that is on that particular page. And then you'll know, like, if I want to look at the Christmas knitting ideas, I need to go to list number 17. So it's kind of cute how it has it all lined up. So list number 1 is my Carlisle cardigan, so I'll show you that real quick. And anything that I change or whatever I do, I can make little notes of that here, so that if I want to make it again, I can look back at my notes and know what I did the first time. And then, like, my list page 17 are knitting ideas. So I've written who I've thought of an idea for, and then what idea I have. And then this is completed projects, who they're for and what they are. And I've just put some washi on that. It's kind of nice. And then there is graph paper, and there are contacts. And then I just put a little piece of construction paper back here, or cardstock, and I just decorated it just a wee bit so that I could put my stickers in here and just keep them all together without them falling loose. So that's all that is I just made a little pocket for my stickers so that they're always handy and I can use them in the planner as I need. And I'm really liking this. I would recommend this for anyone that is a planner or likes to keep track of stuff, is very organized, or somebody that I guess just has maybe a lot of, or does a lot of knitting and maybe has a lot of gifts to give. I think anyone like that would like something like this. I love it. I really do. I'm not always as organized as I'd like to be, but this really helps, and it kind of makes me feel accountable, and I love having pen on paper and all of the good stuff that I love about planning. So I would highly recommend this. I've also listened to 2 audiobooks, Dyeing the Wool, and then there was another one before that. They've been just cozy murder mysteries, and they are on Audible, and it's just fun. So that's something that I've been doing as I'm knitting. Dream knitting. I have the wool to make the rug sweater, and I bought the kit from Espace Tricot. I'm not kidding. Everything that they make, I am like, oh my gosh, I'd love to have that. I'd love to have that. I'd love to have that. And I did just buy a couple of kits from them, so you'll see those in another video. I think that they're scheduled to arrive next week. Again, they come from Canada. And then the rug kit I ordered from them, and it is super cute. So that's going to be my next sweater cast on. I might make myself finish the Stoneham before I cast that on, but I will probably cast on a pair of mittens still this week, and maybe a washcloth just to get one out of the way. And they're super easy to knit. And my husband and I are going to go to a movie, I think, over the weekend or Friday. And so if we do that, then I might just do a dishcloth while I'm there, or work on one while I'm there. I don't know that I'll finish it, but it would be an easy knit, easy project to do as I'm watching a movie. And I haven't done that yet, so I'd like to try anyway. And if I screw up a dishcloth, it's not a big deal. So that is what I have been up to. I'd love to hear from you guys, see what you guys have been up to, or what you guys have casted on, or if you have a really cool pattern that you'd like to share or recommend, I'd love to hear it. So leave your comments below. And I think that's it for now. So it is kind of a shorter video, but thank you. I'm sorry, I'm like shrinking. I'm like settling back into the couch. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful week. Happy knitting. Bye-bye.